trust, yeah. No, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. Turn us to thousands, and we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon. Turn us to thousands, and on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go.
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Invincible. Alright, everyone. Thank you very much for joining the stream this morning/afternoon, depending on which side of the United States you are in, or morning, afternoon, nighttime, for which part of the world you are in. I thank all you guys for tuning in to the USA Amateur League Summer season. It's going to be an awesome time. Looks like we are going to have a good fight between the Cutlass champions and VRC Boxing. We're just getting all the fighters all situated and set up, making sure they all understand the rules and positions. Make sure we get going in 5 to 10 minutes. I'll give you guys a good intro and we'll be able to press from there. Thank you very much. See you soon. Sorry about the delay, guys. Looks like we are good and ready to go. Thank you very much for the patience and waiting and stuff like that. I understand that it's taking a little long, but we gotta make sure that everything is set up and done properly so that everything goes smoothly and we're not making any big mistakes and we're making sure everyone has their questions answered. Without further ado, let's move on to the versus screen. And so, first up, coming on the round one, we're trying to have Heartz versus Mikey. Heartz from Cutlass Champions and Mikey from Yin Yang Boxing. Both players I'm not really too familiar with, but we'll see what's going on with their fight. Next up, we'll have in round two, we'll have Tekashi and Sith Raven go versus each other. They're going to be up the next fighters. And next up, after them, in round three, we're expecting Moonlight versus Cat. Again, we're trying to have it here. Guys, these are the beforehand. Round four, we're going to have Hilly Dart versus Black Boy J4. You guys understand that they did this one, this is 5. And finally, round 5, we have Sir Antidote versus Jack. Thanks again for all these people who are participating today and the fighters that we're going to have. Things are going to shift around a little bit here and there. And of course, the reserves will pop in and out as you do. And of course, some people are showing up, some people aren't. And we're going to try and move from there. Without further ado, here I am. And so, welcome to the USA Amateur League Summer Edition. I'm the main host slash referee, Vanilla, and on my left over here, this is Daku Fenridu. He is the leader of the Black Panthers boxing team. I don't have the tags up because I didn't know where anyone was going to be sitting beforehand, so I apologize for that. But he's going to be helping commentate and refereeing as well for this. And on my right, we have Yagi, also team leader from COA Boxing, also certified to represent. Hello, Oscar. Hey, Tori-san. Nice to see you guys in the chat today. However, we're going to push forward and move on to the next section where we're going to introduce the teams, and you guys are going to see them. Of course, we're going to pan the camera across, and then we're going to have a little briefing between the fighters as we get things rolling. Thanks again, guys, for attending, and we will continue on. So, in the blue corner today, we are going to have the wonderful Cutlass champions, and you guys are clear to say hi and wave to the camera right now. These are going to be the Cutlass champions for today. They're going to be fighting in the blue corner, and their opponents will be over here in the red corner. We have Yin and Yang Boxing. And this is exactly the fighters that we're going to have today. They are super duper hyped and ready to get going and ready to get started. And I'm really happy to have everyone here for this. Can one of you guys grab the megaphone for me, please?
Just grab that. I'm checking for licenses.
Where is it at?
Oh my goodness.
For up front.
Gang, how you doing? Okay, it's right there. It's right there.
Alrighty then. So, without further ado, we're going to get these first rounds up and going. And so, if I remember correctly, give me a hot sec. If they are here, can we have Heartz from Cutlass Champions please enter the blue corner? And in the red corner, I think we have Mikey. Please enter the red corner.
Just so you know, a couple of fighters here don't have licenses now.
I know. I talked to them about it. Alrighty then. Let's go ahead and hop in. We'll start doing this. Oh, you guys are going to have to reset the ring really quickly, please. I forgot to... That's the one thing I forgot to do.
Go forward.
5.
There you go.
Around 3 minutes.
One more time.
No, vanilla. Grab the belt so we can put it on 3 minutes and shit. Actually, I got it now. Oh, wait, y'all said 2. You said 2.
It's 2. Alrighty then. It does look like we have a substitute for Heartz today, and that is going to be Invincible over here in the blue corner. So I don't have the names perfectly cut out for that. However, it is all good from here. Both fighters, please turn on safety guide mode so we can make sure that it's on with the UI. Okay. So, without further ado, do either of you guys have any questions or concerns about the rule set that we have set today? No? Do you have any questions or concerns? Okay. Without further ado, we're going to get the first round of the Summer League started. Daku, you can go ahead and ref from this one. I will sit in the commentator's booth. You can start whenever you feel ready.
Mikey already had a wonderful start here. So you already got Mikey here already running at us, familiar, almost Philly stance. And
We're definitely incorporating a bit more head movement. Crit from Mikey.
We already got Mikey with the first crit coming in with the right hand first.
Another crit from Mikey.
If you look carefully here, you can actually see Mikey actually taking his time. Scope out the opponent first with ease. Invincible
Yeah, he's
comes
not
back
really
with
starting up the exchanges. Oh, 2 crits from Invincible. He's
got a
catching up
second
already.
one coming in with the second engagement in a row. And Invincible is slowly getting Mikey towards the ropes. Figuring out a pattern and trying to keep him back. Comes in with
Invincible's
another
starting to
crit
find
from
his
the right
tempo
hand
here.
again.
Starting to find that sweet spot for that right hand.
Invincible slowly making Mikey towards the
In that
ropes. And trying to find a leeway by getting a little bit more closer, try to turn
Mikey
it.
with a pivot right hand crit. Good.
3, 2, 1, switch.
That concludes the first round.
That does conclude the first round. What are you guys' thoughts today, judges, on what has happened so far?
I have not seen
I
any foul plays so far, but you're gonna hear we see Mikey at first had a nice decent plan of coming in with a normal 3-hit combo, but Invincible actually turned the tables in the later half of the round, starting to get him closer to the ring, or the edge of the ring, and be able to get him towards the ropes. If they had him there even longer, you already would have had the 10 count right then and there.
Precisely. And we're starting in the next round already. So let's go back to the fight.
Invincible seeming to incorporate a bit more head movement here. Mikey with the crit.
Mikey's actually doing well with the idea of the punishment game. You see Invincible trying to make extra advancements with their offense, but Mikey's coming in with a few crits of their own as punishment. A small stalemate led to another crit from Mikey. A simple 1-2 dilemma.
Oh, I think that was a feint that I saw from Mikey follow with the left hand. Oh,
Oh, the
Beautiful work.
patience coming in with the defense first, with a right hand straight to that jaw.
Of course. Love to see it. Seems like Mikey's really finding his tempo here.
But it looks like Invincible is still trying to work his way through, just to lure Mikey out, just piece by piece. You see him slowly making his way towards the ropes.
We did see this in the last round. Invincible was bringing Mikey closer to the ropes.
Yep.
He started to find that home for that right hand.
I agree, and I also see the difference in stance. You see that Mikey over there is having a slightly lower stance, keeping his body lower than Invincible over here.
But as it is, Mikey's actually doing a good job wearing his opponent down. Even though he's getting pushed towards the ropes, taking closer notice that their entire defense position actually went down a little bit more since the beginning.
Mikey trying to get away from the ropes. Might
All
succeed
right.
here. Oh,
And
that's
that
the end of
goes
the second round.
the next round.
I
Yeah,
think
these
I'll
two-
give that round to Mikey.
those 2-minute rounds do go by pretty quickly. Oh shit!
Yeah.
I need to.
Well, next is what you make out of him so far.
I personally think out of that, just from that second round, I'd say Mikey's got the better of Invincible just a little bit more. Got that edge, being able to take his time, counter, get those punishments where it counts, and it seems like he's ahead right now.
You still have to control it. All right, box.
I might just keep it on the rotating one because swapping
Does
is
anyone know who
the interval is not long enough for.
Do either
Oh,
of you know
another
Aries
crit
they're
from
requesting
Mikey.
One more time.
You know what Aries they're requesting off of me?
Oh, I know
Aries.
Aries. I
Are they part of these teams?
Okay,
I
Mikey
don't
with
think
another
so.
steady
Not
crit
the-
They're
again.
not in the teams.
It seems like they're struggling just a little bit by doing these multiple exchanges of scrapes in particular.
Yeah, but it does seem that Mikey is getting his consistency back.
A
Actually,
short right hand crit from Mikey.
That's
Little
slowly,
reset.
slowly but surely.
you're right. You were right about the stamina game.
Invincible
It's coming
seeing his
out.
fade a little bit. Yeah, Invincible seeing his
It's
fade.
coming in again. Like Mikey is actually keeping one hell of a steady game this time.
Ooh, an
Oh,
uppercut
stomach crit from Invincible.
which was that was really good.
Beautifully placed. First knock.
And the first knock
Mikey
goes
came in
from
with-
Mikey.
see that,
Mikey came
Philly?
in with
Did you
a
see that,
nice fade
Philly?
to defense. Came in with a
Yeah.
nice fade to defense and immediately came back in with a
Nice.
counter. All right.
You love to see it.
Oh, but Invincible comes out swinging, trying to get back for the HP that he believes he is down, but thinks he doesn't. It's like the difference here is probably not too big, is what Invincible is probably thinking in his head, and that's why he's pushing, trying to get the damage through, to try and even the score as soon as possible.
Oh, Mikey with a right hand crit.
Rushing out to try to even the damage, but you can see clearly it's starting to go backfire.
Absolutely amazing
That's the end of round
from
3.
both fighters.
We're at the end of round 3 and finally got one knockdown in, but you see Mikey's game actually throughout this match is actually quite formidable. I see him doing fake outs to feints, going straight to defense and multiple ends, and it's actually paying off for him just fine.
Exactly. Yep. Alright, 100% agree with you, and we're getting back up to the 4th round. Remember that each round the HP is lower. It looks like we're going to need to make a pause, and we're going to have to... Dang it, man!
You have to pause,
Technical difficulties. Hold, please. I'm going to pop it over to the stream start to get things figured out for you guys.
8.8.
everybody. Thank you again for all of your patience. Looks like we have figured out a solution. And I'm gonna get you guys back to Sorry about that, everybody. We, again, had some technical difficulties. The fighter that was in question did have their some IRL issues that came in that they had to leave unexpectedly and shortly. So, as a result, we are going to be having the original fighter, Heartz, come in to fight against Mikey, and they're going to have a 1-round, 3-minute round in order to, and we're going to leave the HP at, I think, what, 100, because if you don't change it before they hop in, I think the HP is relatively the same. But we're going to have a 1 round. It's going to last for 3 minutes, and we're going to give the fighter from Yin Yang Boxing their lead that they had gotten in the original fight, because we do not want them to feel like we don't want an unfair sort of even fight in air quotes when they righteously got the lead in the first place. So I'm going to go ahead and go down.
Yagi, what are your thoughts about them going into this? Because I feel like, especially with Mikey previously fighting, they might have to treat this like sudden death here.
All right.
Wholeheartedly, I've already been a fan of Mikey throughout this fight in terms of being able to mix up their game, being able to actually go out for the counters, and at least foresee for their opponent and having a little steady type of rhythm for them. I believe, at least at best, if they keep the ideal defensive rhythm that they had, at least I believe if they keep up the defensive game that they had already, then they should be able to make enough room for them to reevaluate and basically relearn another opponent, so they can be able to try to keep the lead that they already had.
Right. All right, but here we go.
Get your 10 HP lead. Get the lead.
Oh yeah, 10 HP. Sorry. Yeah, he's gonna punch you 10 times. That's cool. See HP? Keep going, a little bit more, One more. Alright, that's good. It's box.
Alrighty, and now with the lead given, we're gonna have Heartz versus Mikey in the overall, and let's see where this goes. It's only a 1-minute round, so it's gonna last the next 3 minutes. It can be anyone's game, especially with only 10 HP.
First notable difference being how
comes in
patient
first
Heartz
with a
seemed.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, I'm okay. I'm liking it already.
You see the difference of him actually trying to be slow and take his time to his opponent all over again. Well, it seems like actually figured out just something a little bit different than how he was fighting earlier. But from what it looks like, it's that hard spacing in regards to defense. You gotta catch Mikey before he comes in.
Good. Over the top. Wow.
I am appreciating Mikey's consistency here. I really am. Like, it's not a matter of extreme speed or extreme force. It's like a perfect balance of both. I do appreciate it.
Let's say one quality from Heartz is supposed to be in the original fighter that I'm actually noticing is that their interesting spacing game to try to catch Mikey.
Good right hand from Heartz.
Needed to be aggressive.
One thing that definitely helps Heartz stand out is
comes in with
his
another
understanding
right
of
crit
his
straight
reach.
to that jaw first.
We're going into the last minute of the round.
Mikey
It
with
does
the
not
defense
seem
coming
like
in.
Heartz is able to push through the defense. There are a lot of scrapes going on. I've seen the chat and the comments are talking about there's a lot of scrapes coming out of these fights, which is true. The consistency does still come out here and there. Remember, this update that we have been focusing on has focused a lot more on that. Just before I say that, Mikey did go down. My bad for talking.
38 seconds remaining.
Y'all for that, do you think he's up to like 15 and maybe 20-point lead at this point? Just off of what you've seen so far?
I'd say about 15-ish, yeah.
30 seconds left.
So if Heartz wants to bring this back, despite their earlier absence, you have to
Instant
pull off
crit.
an impressive defensive game, but a more passive aggressive in the right areas.
Come on, Heartz, get him. Get him. Get as many hits as possible, Heartz.
7,
Go, go, go,
6,
go, go.
5, 4, 3,
Go, 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 go.
2,
Heart's landing more in that exchange.
All right, and Mikey takes it
winning
home with
by
the first win.
13.
Mikey.
That is a 13 HP lead. There we go. 13 point something HP lead. And with that, the first round does indeed go to the Yin and Yang Boxing. Do we have any comments, concerns, or just anything to say about that last fight that we were able to witness, guys?
Well, something that I've learned is that Mikey can scrap. He got hands for he's got such a good understanding of his range, and especially with that short right hand when he gets inside, just being able to penetrate anybody's guard and get around it. It's really find a sweet spot for that right hand. It's incredible work.
Exactly. I did really like that from both of them as well, especially Mikey. He was really, really good with his consistency, with his hits, with honestly even his movement and positioning. Again, he had this like tight lowered guard, which I really appreciate that he had over his opponents would try to stand up straight and tall, and he was actually able to get good reaching hooks on their chins as they were kind of moving to that point. It was super duper awesome to watch and witness. And as I was saying earlier, a lot more changes that have happened to the game are making scrapes happen a lot more when you use improper form, especially when trying to continue after the first punch. You've probably noticed the first punch usually hits fairly squarely, but the second or third maybe don't, and then you end up scraping too often. That's because of form, so you guys got to fix that up and make sure you're not doing too much in each of these fights. Though, again, that was a really awesome fight. Yagi, you have anything else left to say?
Wholeheartedly, like as I said earlier, I was a big fan of Mikey throughout this fight because I was able to see their ability to think. Though having a good steady head in the game, regardless, will always be an impressive thing to me. I always look for that first because we saw him earlier in the first fight where he wholeheartedly had a pretty rough start with a consistent about 1, 2, 3 that was repetitive, but then as it progressed, we got to see him actually think a little bit more, be able to adapt a little bit more, and wholeheartedly see him able to do feints, see him able to do aggressive fake out defense feints, and be able to have a good counter game. But his right straight and his right hook in particular, when he gets to one good slip to get inside the pocket, he makes one good hell of a hit.
Say that again.
Very true.
I'm saying this now. If I see you struggle at all in that ring if you fight, I'm throwing in the towel because I know that you're
Coming up in the next fighters, guys. Sorry about that. I dropped my mic. But and these next fighters are going to come up in for number 2. Of course, the score is currently 1 for Yin Yang Boxing and 0 for Cutlass Champions. But we're not going to keep focusing too much on this, as the next fight coming up is Tekashi versus Sith Raven from Yin Yang Boxing. Tekashi coming from Cutlass and Sith Raven coming from Yin and Yang. It's going to be a pretty awesome fight. I think I've seen Tekashi fight 1 or 2 times. Both fighters are really fairly well trained, but it's going to be really interesting to see where this goes from here.
Tekashi, you ready for this? You decided to throw some hands, lay the smack down.
Reset the ring.
I can't help it. Y'all are bigger BG. Put on the set off the CED, whatever you all do.
No, that's fucking fine. I lied to lose it. I lost the fight, so I just replaced it real quick.
You got this, Tekashi.
Sith. Sith. Okay. Look at me real quick. First of all, tippy toe Sith.
Let's go.
Okay. How about now?
You want to be the corner?
Second of all.
All right, and just so that you guys do understand, Sith Raven is over here in the red corner, and we do have Tekashi in the blue. When we start off over here, of course, we're going to let Daku get everything situated and ready for each of these individuals and making sure that things will be good and straightforward.
So now I know what I need to work with you on. So
I need you both come over and touch gloves.
you pulled your punch a little bit.
You head
So
back to the
here's the
corners.
thing. I told you when I met.
Three,
I said, don't pull your
two,
punches. And I think there were more punches instead of just
One more time?
punches. You're already good.
he's fast as
You
robot.
with them, but you couldn't catch up.
You can have the robe on.
Through one, thing.
Sith is requesting if he can
You
take
gotta
the
at
robe
least
off.
throw with three
It
jabs.
throws him off a little bit when boxing.
Oh, take the robe off.
That's up-
Tekashi,
that's up
just
to
take
them.
the robe off.
You did good though.
So silly. I hate that
So
button.
don't think.
It happens to me all the time. I
Also,
hate
we didn't
that.
even get we didn't even get the chance to put you in multiple rounds. So don't think you didn't do good. You did really good.
All right,
Yeah.
kicking off in the first round.
Ooh.
Immediately, already speed and power is being delivered immediately right off the bat.
Tekashi,
Yeah, it's kind of.
Got no difficulties with controllers.
Save your stamina
From
and
that
for-
first exchange, I think Sith might be
I'm
just
trying.
better with
Said you go a
movement in
little
general,
more. That's
with
all
how
I'm trying to
they
say.
definitely dodge that body hit.
Oh yeah, that was a really smooth sort of. It was I think it was a
gorgeous. I
left
love that.
slip. He made a left slip counter to the head. It was super
Yeah.
nice. Like I did appreciate
Something
that,
like
even just for
that
the
that'll
first
land.
engages.
Something like that that'll land IRL. That'll punish somebody. That'll have them think twice. before doing that again.
Precisely.
One of them want to train you, then sure, but not.
Thank you.
I don't know.
And you guys at home who are not familiar with VRC boxing, it may be a little confusing for you. Yes, this game is a little bit more tailored to the medium/lightweights because the faster you are, the less you're going to get hit. And of course, you can't necessarily punch harder when you're a heavyweight individual. And the hardest punches you do get don't necessarily do the most damage, or at least not more than just having consistency. And so having the movement and speed is definitely an advantage, though do not discredit being able to crit somebody over and over again to keep them from moving, because that is a side effect that you get from being crit, especially back to back, and it makes your vision a lot harder to see. So while yes, the game is kind of, better to the movement, there are definitely more heavyweight, middleweight boxers who do so fight in this in order to get their position and their strengths.
Just because I want to practice more. Controller issues.
I feel that.
It's not his tracking, it's his batteries.
I like how all of you guys always say that every single
Batteries, his
time.
batteries are dead. You better have them.
And so it looks like we are having a bit of controller issues from Tekashi. So it'll just be one bit.
Who would I be throwing this if he can?
I don't know, but you got this. Also, that first hit that you threw, bro, that was clean.
Anti-wolf.
I'm not gonna lie. Keep that up during the fight, bro. You got it.
I'm not gonna lie wholeheartedly. Like, is it really Tekashi? Like every time I look at it, I can't help but to think of it like Legacy.
Take it easy because of your head. Never mind.
I can't help but to think about that when I see the name. I'm just like, I like Tekashi. I hear him say Tekashi, and I'm like, wait.
Oh shoot!
Yeah.
Thank you
6'9",
so
okay,
much,
hold
Tex,
on.
for saying that. That is my bad. That is my bad. Let me. So that should turn up the voices. This should turn up like that.
Try to take advantage of
And
him.
I will.
Yeah, I popped him in the stomach.
I can't hear you.
Notification.
I want you to try to
Okay,
take
bro.
as much advantage of that as you can until
Bro, I
he's
don't
supposed
think
to.
he
I
He
forgot
can't fight
about
anymore. I
the
think he
notes,
might
right?
be.
What's
A
up?
ref came
He
up
might
here
not be
spitting
able to.
nonsense.
Tekashi was wondering if he would be able to actually. He was wondering if he could be the backup fighter.
For
Okay.
Are you told him to leave?
Oh no, not my bad, not Tekashi. Heartz was wondering. I always get these two confused.
Heart's already fought.
Since he-
unfortunately.
Okay.
Alright, let's bounce.
Very sorry.
I'll
good now?
see what it comes down to. I'll see what it comes down to.
Sith, forget what I said about first round. If your hit's not messed up, you know what to do, bro. You got this.
Alright. I assume your boxing stances.
Wait, can we make sure?
No, I don't know.
Love to see a cornerman sell their fighter, especially what they're good at. You love to hear it.
Yeah, we're good.
Hustle has been the most active it has been for a while. It's actually more important to see the cornerman nowadays.
All right, seems like we're continuing now.
You better try instead of playing around with them.
Fine. But I like playing around though. It's fun.
It's not during tournaments.
Fine.
You
We'll
can
make
still-
that. We're gonna make that.
Ooh, crit from Tekashi.
Y'all still doing it. Just keep it official. That's all. Nothing illegal.
Okay, we can see here actually a massive difference between Raven and Tekashi. At least between them both. You see Tekashi is actually trying to go with a more little free loose type of style going on here with a mixture of a flopping, I would say like a flip flop type of a Philly shell going on with him.
Yeah, I see it. It still works in its respect though.
But we can actually just see just how more steady and more grounded Revan is actually just being up front and forward.
Yeah,
at least between these two.
Yeah, this is a good engagement here.
So I can see at least between these two, most of it will be a battle between who will be the quickest versus who could be more steady.
Seeing both fighters just switch from offense to defense while in the pocket. It's amazing work. I love it.
Ooh,
body crit from Tekashi.
That was a wonderful step in for that body crit.
Gorgeous. Just step right into that. Momentum meets momentum.
Okay, we can see Revan actually trying to be more aggressive here, like actually slowly pushing him against the ropes.
Pushing him against the ropes here.
Controlling.
He's gonna stay on the ropes. Controller problems again.
Yeah, that was up against the ropes. Hold on.
A replacement?
I don't know if this Dolly
Okay, so it seems like he's requesting out a replacement at this point.
Alright,
come here.
What's HP? He's gonna switch 18. He's gonna switch them out. He's gonna switch them out. 18-point lead right here.
Okay. 18 points.
That is a good lead. That's a lead that you.
Get up, Jiggy. I'm staying.
We'll just end round 5 about what's that? 2 minutes and 9 seconds early.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Or you want to keep them in that?
No. We can just end at round 4, pretty much.
Yeah.
Still have a minute left.
Oh, yeah. If they need it, if they need the extra minute, we can do that.
He said, "Yeah, you can stay."
Alright, we're gonna go ahead and switch them out.
Yeah, for those who don't know what is going on, looks like due to technical difficulties, they're going to be swapping Tekashi out.
I had an 18-point difference.
Champions, but there was an 18-point
So you're about to start off with an 18-point
lead. The first one, we're going to keep it on 5 rounds, and we're going to give Sith Raven over here the up to 18-point lead, so that he gets the
time was it when we had to stop boxing?
And we will continue
we're at 52
from there.
It's not on.
Any thoughts on Sith Raven's fighting? Because like if I'll go for one just really quickly, I appreciate again the movement that we saw earlier. The movement and the counters are solid. We're seeing a lot less.
I mean, he can make a print and show you
these fights so far, and it's honestly really awesome to watch. I like to see proper movement techniques and fighting, and even punches coming out from both of these individuals to help.
Sith, come here real quick.
Yeah.
You know, discourage DPSing
for this fight in the first round, I don't want you to fully play passive, but I want you to work on your
any kind of anything like that will end up getting punished one way or another, and once it gets punished in that way, it kind of keeps you from doing it, you know.
You'll be behind by 18. Okay. Alright, go ahead.
We don't scream that out.
Come together, get this 18-point lead, get the punches. Show me your gloves while he does this, so I can keep track.
I am most definitely a fan of Sith's movement, though.
Keep going.
They seem to have actually an interesting flow of when they're off the engagement, they have like this really good type of slow movement. But the moment they are in the moment that they are able to attack, it is a quick and swift, quick engagement.
Right.
It's like gonna be not so good for me.
All right, here we go.
Let's get it started. 3.
This is such a drag. It looks like I'm gonna have to carry. Shut up, Hilly.
We don't have to worry about that 1 minute. We just lost it in here.
Oh, rib crack.
The first rib crack of the day. That was a good counter. The patience.
Look at that. Incredible.
Hit another one.
The Chica taking control of the center ring here, but Sith seemed to come back.
You can actually see those Raven every time he disengages automatically does some sort of cross guard.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, right there. Yeah.
Tons of this stuff.
It's like a good safety net to have when you're resetting, just in case the person comes up.
Oh,
Oh, they trade body crits.
Crit exchange, both on body.
Look at that.
Dude, what I'm trying to say is,
Honestly, if the consistency keeps up from Chig over here, we might be able to see a good
body crit from Chiga again.
That's what I told him. I told him passive. And then on top of that,
I know,
that's what you do.
I know.
I know. He's not doing it.
Dude, calm down.
I know, I'm chilling. You're the one, yeah, bro.
Some good body shots from Sith.
You can see that Sith is not afraid to go for that body. I mean, as soon as he finds the opening, even though face has been my main priority from both fighters, at least making that much of a difference between being able to go for the openings is actually making that much for him.
Good crit from Chiga. Oh.
Once again, taking advantage of the
Really
body
good
for
work.
the moment that it's open.
In this first round.
Okay.
Oh, man, the consistency with these body crits.
He is abusing the idea.
Oh, look at that, man.
10 seconds left here.
He's got that. They both have that sweet spot just down.
4, 3, 2, 1. Split. Thank you. Show me a goal, please.
Good job,
What a
Sith.
fight! What a fight so far, right?
What's your health?
Oh
What's your
man.
And to talk to you guys over here in chat, I have been saying.
That's what I'm talking about.
Once again, at least in my own personal favor, another fighter from Yang Boxing has had my favorable has my favorable
I
taste
feel
to
it, yeah.
No, you can see the adaptation that he's making towards, even though they switched out, you still get the consistency of how you get adapt to the opponent. He saw the opening, gave it a few tries, and now he's being consistent on abusing the body every time he's leaving it open for one quick step in and disengage just as fast.
Yep, you love to see someone learn live in the ring. Right
Again,
there.
make
And
the
again, it's
consistency
just right
all
there.
over.
It's just there all night.
I have seen that you've had some concerns about the about Raven's Sith Raven's fighting style and his punches. I have been watching really closely, and from my perspective, keep in mind I am streaming, and so a lot of my punches may look a little bit laggy, a little bit janky and shifty. Do keep in mind that because they are laggy and shifty from my end and I'm streaming, that means it might look like a backhand or something like that. I am trusting Daku right now with the refereeing of this fight. Anyway, let's go back to the fight after answering your question.
Good
The
exchanges.
consistency blows that's coming from Sith onto his opponent is actually just wonderful work that we get to see here. Because it may not be all normal hits, and some of them are scrapes in between, but you can see, actually, obviously, that he's taking advantage fully on where the openings are and being able to switch it up from top to low at a moment's notice.
Oh, right hand to the body from
Okay,
Chiga.
Chiga with a nice
Right
little
hand to the
counter.
body crit.
Okay.
Another body crit.
Yeah, that was a jab to the liver, I think.
Minute and 5 seconds left here.
Okay, you can see. Okay, now you see Chiga actually trying to slowly adapt to it. He's actually starting to recognize the
Taking his
little
time
step
to
in
learn the
before it happens.
Oh, but the
Yeah,
guard.
even though.
30 seconds left.
Ooh, that's a very wide hook.
But it still lands. It lands as regular. Another body crit lands for Sith here.
Oh, okay, there we go. Chiga was ready for it this time. There you go. He's actually making the blocks to actually adapt to it.
He's picking up on it.
10 seconds left.
Wide
Oh,
hook.
the block
by Chica
game
gets
to that
blocked.
wide hook again.
Yep, yep.
2.
Oh, with the last
possible
second.
6, 7.
He came in high one already of a buzzer beater for a knockdown.
Though again, I will say I am really appreciating that the movement from these guys and the adaptation. That's the biggest thing for me is the adaptation that these guys are making with each other as the fight goes on, especially with these longer, more extended fights. You may have a lead in the beginning, but if your opponent adapts enough times, you're gonna be screwed later on if you don't make the changes yourself.
This is exactly why I said. That's exactly why I said earlier. Like wholeheartedly, it's always going to be those who can be able to adapt, and those who are actually able to think, who always have my favor, because you get to see them watch, progress, and learn in mid motion as they're going through these fights.
Oh, crit lands from Chiga, or body crit.
And immediately they get right back to
Good
it,
counter.
like nothing changed.
Wait, but Chiga's
Good
is
crit.
fighting back, dude. The initial. I don't know
Chiga's
if you
turning
saw
up the
it.
heat a little bit more.
We're good.
No, he got way more aggressive now.
Yeah, but I don't know if you saw
don't want to
that.
think it's anger right off the bat, but he's he's bringing some more
Good
heat
step
into
back
this
from
next
Chiga
round.
as well, avoiding those body
Yeah,
hooks.
exactly. That's what I was about to say.
You
That
s-
step back
yeah,
initially
yeah.
from Chiga was perfect.
And then just another body crit from Sith. It's just there, just whenever he pleases.
Ooh, cross guard. The good
Defense
block
is
timing.
real good. Defense is looking really good from both fighters here.
This is a lot more even of a round. I like this. Ooh, good. That's a good 2.
All right, so so there you go. So now,
Oh, good crit from
who
Sith.
came in
Good
high,
straight right hand.
forward
Great
with
right
a
hand.
jab straight to that jaw.
Straight to the jaw.
Don't let him get that lead. Chicky, his face is wide open. It's 1-0.
Sith kind of using his reins in his lead hand to just poke at that body and get out whenever he wants.
Sith is still trying to slowly wither down the health of him.
Is one person able to solo a team?
I don't know if we can.
Good defense from Sith here.
Wait for it. We only have one corner man.
Oh. That's nice. Of course. Good counter right hand from Chiga there. It's a good trade.
So what I'm saying here is that Chiga's just a little bit behind in regards towards reaction time.
Yeah, I was gonna say
It's
something about that.
it's slowly getting weathered down piece by piece with those each stepping straight to the body with his quick jabs.
Just keep chipping, dude.
Good. I like that.
Good advice.
Now we're having a really good see at some, I'd say mid to outboxing range from both people coming in, and being able to block your opponent's engage and punch back, or punch at them and then block their engage as you step out of it, in order to like the coach said, chip at them.
Step in the hook to the body that misses.
And after a couple of seconds, a lot
Let
more
me see.
changes.
I can't see that from there.
Thank you. What? Glove?
Let me see your glove.
Thank you.
Like, as it is, wholeheartedly, like this is a much more explosive match than the first one. If we can see here, actually be able to watch Sith quickly adapt to it, and now he's got a pattern. Now he's got an ideal rhythm and try to work down the opponent slowly, piece by piece. And you can see him actually get quick and easy exchanges out of each small engagement.
Right. That's true, though. I will say we cannot like completely disregard Chiga over here, because he's been doing really good at trying to adapt to Sith Ravens. Like right there, even then the
Like,
body
just
hook.
right there,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's like perfect example coming up as we go.
He's going for
Don't get me
it.
wrong. I'm not going to disregard Chiga, because Chiga's game in regards to trying to be more
Chiga's picking
defensive.
up on those body crits as well because he's bringing that lower hand down to block that, but he just got caught upstairs with a crit from Sith.
Yeah, again, the
You can-
adaptation is
you can-
phenomenal.
Good
It's a
short right
beautiful
hand.
counter.
Good
Got two
right.
of them
Good
off.
hands.
Okay.
Good crits from Chiga here.
Alright, Sith, switch it up.
He is behind by quite a bit, though. We've been sitting on 1-0 for quite a bit, so we'll have to see if he can
That
he's able
is
to come
true.
back from the HP loss.
Chiggy, just dodge the body hook or body punch.
Sith catching Chiggy
the
even
range.
Oh my
sides.
goodness.
It's good.
Utilize
It's
the
good.
ideal range and they slowly chip away at the health.
Range control is awesome here.
Oh, my headset's about to die. Oh no.
It's only been like an hour and a half.
Remember the training from the other day?
My headset sucks.
You gotta get a good charger, bro.
Okay, wait, hold on a minute. Okay, Chick is working some magic here.
Hey.
Wait a minute, I'm seeing
Chigga's
the
picking
little
up on
counter
it.
work. I see the little counter work. He just got
Sith,
off
don't
about
look
like
away,
almost
keep
6
your eye
whole
on him.
damage, if not more.
You
Just in that
love
quick
to see
moment.
it.
Oh,
Good counters
And
from
they-
Sith,
and they
bro.
could-
Just really making
they could
Chigga
keep
pay
up-
for those exchanges.
The whole if they could keep up the ideal quick 2-step game they just did that we saw, I think they might get a comeback.
yeah, but again, it's gonna take a lot.
Oh, another knockdown from
He got
Sith.
that with another down.
6,
Good
7,
shit, Sith.
8.
No, that's not like I was putting faith. I was honestly still trying to put some faith into him. He's still fighting a good game. He's still fighting one heck of a good game.
Yeah, Chigga is still an incredible fighter. Let's not get that wrong here.
There it
There
is.
we go.
I knew he had to
There
be
we go.
close.
I knew it was
I
close.
knew he had to be close.
Beautiful.
Sith, you still
45
have
seconds
one
up
down,
there.
one
You got
down
that,
lead.
Chiggy?
Come on.
Sith is up by a full knockdown, though.
Wait.
Good to the body. Ooh,
Okay, here we
good
go.
crit.
Sith being way more aggressive now.
Careful with that form. Blue corner.
Chase him down if you have to, Chigga, even though you have no room.
Good pivots from Chigga here. Just not being able to find a home.
That's fine. 15.
Protect yourself from crits.
10. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Alright, Seth. You know the drill. Let me see. Good. Nice.
All right, we're going
you
into
still
the
have a
last
one down
2
lead, you got it.
minutes. In the last 2 minutes of this match, because remember the first one. Remember with this one, we're only going down to the. I think what
Seth,
1 minute.
You don't even
10
need me to
seconds,
say.
and
Just
then
keep
we're
doing
ending
what
it
you're
there,
doing, dude. Keep the lead.
because of
There was 50 seconds remain.
2
Yeah,
minutes.
so we're going down to
like,
110
yeah.
on this. Once it hits
Yeah.
110, we gotta stop it there, analyze HP, see what's going on.
All right, let's go.
Yep. What an incredible fight this has been so far.
Yes, Seth.
Azrael. With a couple of punches.
And that's the third one. Up
And
and
there we
over.
go. That's the first
180
KO of the
to
night.
113. Quite
That
an
is a
HP difference.
Gorgeous lead that
Adding
you
in
won.
the 18 that they got initially, that they still managed to grab up to a 40, 50 HP lead.
Switch me out for a moment, ref.
Yeah.
Switch
Sith,
me
dude,
out
you
for a
got
moment.
that. Good job.
Back.
Yeah, you okay with that?
You did really good.
Ref, do
Waiting
something.
for point deduction if there is any. Is there any point deduction? Or are we good?
No.
It was
You're good.
fine. It was relatively
You're
good.
good.
I would,
You're good.
Don't worry.
Mikey, do me a favor, come here.
I'm sorry. Chigga, you did really good. It seemed like you got tired.
That was a good match. That was a really good, explosive match. I appreciate from both fighters the adaptations, the changes, the shifts that were being made to all of it. It was very, very entertaining to watch. I think that was really awesome to see.
I could just tell from that first little sneak peek that we got with that left hook to the body and Sith moving out of the way to counter with his own shots, with his own shots. That was a beautiful little sneak peek as to how this fight would go, and I think we got exactly that.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I'll win.
Anyhow, without further ado, our current ref Daku is currently occupied right now with something that we gotta do IRL or something like that. Though, Daku, do you want to ref or should I do it for this upcoming one?
Too much.
I can take over, yeah.
Alright, Sure. I'll say up on the Commodore stand, we're going to have Yagi, who is also certified
where
to
your clerks
referee
at?
these matches. Will be taking up on the next one, which let's shift over to fight number 3 for you guys.
Get in the ring, boy.
Coming up next, we have Moonlight coming in here from Cutlass Champions and Cat, coming in from Yin and Yang Boxing. Moonlight is going to be taking on the blue gloves, and Cat will be taking on the red. There should be a nice match coming up from both of these individuals, and we will be taking on this.
I'm hearing my name.
Moonlight, look at me.
I have one question.
What?
Be careful, bro.
Been super awesome so far.
I have one question. I gotta turn on.
You got the storm.
I'm so
Damn,
serious.
no,
First
like,
off, what is that
I'm
music?
so
Like,
serious.
Have you seen either of these fighters fight before?
No, I have not. I believe I've seen Moonlight around before, but I have not seen him in the ring. So I'm completely going into this blind.
Awesome. All right, and we'll see where this goes. Honestly, so far the first 2 fights have been pretty good to watch so far. It's a really awesome start to the USA Summer League, and I'm looking forward to what happens as we continue through with fights number 3 and 4. But the score is, as we as previously stated, 2 to Yin Yang Boxing and 0 to Cutlass Champions. That means this is match point for Yin Yang Boxing to take the win for this one. And we will see if Cat is ready to take his team to the lead.
Hey, Raf.
Okay, then yeah.
I'm stretching my legs out. So I don't.
We'll see what happens with these fighters here.
As I said to you, I'd rather tap my muscle in the ring than not fight.
That is here. It is one of the avatars listed.
Fighting's my life, man.
That one that they're wearing, that is called the Vulper. Those are allowed to use.
Okay.
Alright, just check hook 'em.
That one is. Oh, those are the check minus, if I remember correctly. Yes.
Let me see after you, man.
Are they allowed to have requests?
It's you, Moonlight. That's all you, Moonlight.
Avatar requests, right? They're allowed
Make
to
your
have
decision.
avatar requests.
You got it. Saratan Wolf.
Huh?
He
Moonlight.
says he's good.
Harlo, we should do
I
that
need
for
something?
second round.
No, you're good.
Oh, you don't? Oh, never mind.
Watch
Never mind.
second
No,
round.
I'll be fine.
We should do
Never
that.
mind. I mean, never mind.
I have a
Change
bit
it.
of trouble fighting like.
Just right check.
I'm
Just
fine.
right
I can
check.
fight it.
Just right check. Just right check. That's all that. Once you.
Okay.
Yeah,
I'll
there
be
you go.
fine.
Alright, Moonlight. One good. Right. Work on that body.
Okay, wait, no. I'm gonna have to reset real quick because I'm getting complete stutters where everybody freezes for like 2
Give you
seconds.
some tips, bro. Great tips.
You got it, Cap. Just play it safe, please. Dude.
No, I'm gonna just do a quick reset. I'll come right back.
My headset and give you advice.
Alrighty, I was having a little bit of tech difficulties now with both referees, so it's going to be a little bit of a delay.
Instead, so I could give you advice. I don't have.
Flipping hell, ref.
This is the first time we are seeing something other than avatars, and I know that there's been
Oh yeah, I can easily do this, man.
out of individuals
Focus on the left, but I'm just my right side a bit more.
in the chat. And so
yeah.
to explain, both
Left
me
hip's a bit
and
tight, but-
Yagi do quite a bit of and extensive research as well as testing for each and every one of these avatars that we are allowing people to use, and there are a lot of them that you would be that we have not been allowing into the ring, especially a lot of human avatars, which you'd be surprised actually do not have the right body proportions, be it arm length, be it head size, and leg or torso length that is not accurate to the game style as well as the hitboxes that should be allowed. Some especially allowing for things like below the belt punches or even punching at the chest and still getting a head hit. And so these avatars that you are seeing here on League are allowed as they have been tested, and we have punched every single different location that you can imagine in order to make sure that it is fair and balanced for each and every individual, and so that even though they are wearing a furry model, it is not providing a advantage or a significant disadvantage to the fighters, and we can still see a good amount of fighting and honestly, just a good show out of the fighters and what they've been trained in.
Incredible. Love that we have that in place so that there's no room for exploiting or excuses in that margin, and people could just have a fair fight. That's what we like to see.
My avatar isn't. No, it's not. What are you guys talking about? I'm not bald.
Okay, I'm gonna go for a drink.
That's crazy.
Vanilla, if we have an extra second, I just wanted to go grab a drink before.
Yeah, you're all good. We're waiting on both refs right now. I'm not allowed to ref this by myself. So we're gonna.
Oh, Daku's gone. I didn't even realize.
Yeah, Daku's gonna do something.
Yeah,
Doggy had
Daku
to
is not
reset.
here.
So that is currently what we are waiting on.
Loving the corner work for Moonlight here. You gotta keep it loose, gotta keep it relaxed, a little bubbly, you know.
Anyway, anyone in chat, does anyone have questions, concerns, or anything that they want to ask while I am... What avatar is that? Tekashi. Nah. No. We're keeping it professional, remember?
Oh my bad. I'm so.
There are 40 people watching you right now. Goodness gracious.
Hey, there's a chance, you know? You never know. You never know who's in the stream.
Like the chipmunk in the ring.
Yeah, my mom's in the stream.
Word?
Baby Bessie asking what fight we are on. We are on fight number 3. It is match point for Yin Yang, because Cutlass is at 0 and Yin and Yang is at 2.
You gotta make this count then.
Yeah. As I said to Mikey, I'd rather tear a muscle than pull out of a fight.
That's not good.
I'm a kickboxer, what you expect?
Alright, well, no kick.
Hey, I mean, us fighters, we have that resolve, you know? We got that resolve no matter what.
Yeah, especially with, like, I know family's watching, I know my girlfriend's watching, so...
Butter biter there? Nope, I don't think
Well,
there's
then,
a butter biter
best of
here.
luck.
Butter Biter is one of my sub fighters, just in case.
Gotcha. Oh, never mind then. Butter biter probably is here somewhere. Oh, there's Yagi.
Yeah, he is. He's straight on my where my guys are.
Copy that. And yeah, I'll turn back open the sound canceling thing because it was a bit loud, and I wanted to make sure you guys.
So
hear
I've just caught wind that Cat is a kickboxer. So how do you think that might contribute to this fight here?
As a kickboxer myself, the footwork definitely helps. Having the footwork that you have from kickboxing. Oh, come on! You can't have an injured foot in this, man. Are you southpaw?
Are you orthodox or southpaw? Southpaw, gang. You can't dig.
All right, listen, man. You gotta tough it out. You gotta do what you can.
You're already in the ring. You gotta thug it out, man. You gotta do what works.
Alright, Kat, you got this. All right.
All right, Yagi just came back right now. Let's check any last questions. Let's see.
Is that a Power Ranger? Ref, put him in the ring. That is a Power Ranger. Why is Andrew here? Why is Antonio here? That's Antonio.
Hearing Antonio just send me
Tekashi,
back.
put on your normal avatar, dude.
Switch. No.
I said just keep it professional. Just don't change avatars.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Antonio from
Just don't
Samurai,
change.
whatever the heck it is.
Samurai.
Anyhow,
Yeah, that was Samurai.
You ready?
It was Samurai? Yeah,
You're
he was
good
the fish
to
one. He was the one
start
that was
reffing.
obsessed
You're all
with
good.
fish.
And we will
turned into a-
get
turned into
in
a
with
cat
the
when I
third
was
match. Match point for Yin Yang Boxing, Cat the Kickboxer versus Moonlight. Honestly, I am unsure what kind of fighter Moonlight is, but it should be a good one nonetheless. Let's see this.
I'm excited to see what we got in store today.
I am as well. Oh, safety guide for both. Safety guide for both. Yagi!
Yagi! No.
Yagi's up the gun here.
Yagi, yo, he looked over like.
Yagi got so excited, I can't even blame him.
Goodness gracious. I was like, safety guide, safety guide.
Oh
He's
my
like,
god, another.
starts.
Oh, they're there.
All right.
I apologize. I had the expectation that you should have had it on already.
Fair enough. Anyhow, they're good to go now.
All right. Now
Let's get started.
Fight number 3. Today we're gonna have Moonlight versus Cat.
Already a noticeable difference. Oh, Moonlight Cat doesn't.
Ooh, but Moonlight has a
crits.
really good sidestep actually, because you see Cat's fighting very laterally, which is honestly very normal for kickboxers to do. But the sidesteps and rolls coming out of Moonlight is really, really nice.
Moonlight's kind of getting into a flow here now. Just that in and back out, those exchanges, when to punch, when to block. Good work here. Already from the first 50 seconds here.
Yep. It does seem like the engagements coming from Cat are sort of starting to catch them, but nope, the head movement is coming back. Like they're adapting to each other really quickly, back to back. It seems like.
Yeah, Cat has most definitely turned down the oh, good body grip from Moonlight. Cat has definitely turned down the bouncing kind of movement here, as trying not to get caught with those hooks there.
Hey Natar, I saw that you had a question on the
and yeah, like you said earlier, Moonlight's side steps are really good and they're helping him out a lot here.
The others are too quiet.
Somebody faints from Cat.
Oh, the body hook.
No, that's to the body. Yep.
Okay. That's
Take the ropes
from what
Ooh, good crit from Cat. And you can see Cat with these hooks kind of like leaning into them, just really following through, just trying to go through the target.
Ooh.
Really trying to get them to falling for the feints, but honestly, Moonlight's
really
doing really
getting
good.
them
Moonlight's
down,
doing
but
so
they're
good at
not,
not
and then
falling
making
for
them
it.
pay when they go back in.
I love the commentation.
I think it's my first time commentating.
These comments are
Both fighters seem to get a little tangled up here. End of the first round.
Take a look. How you feeling?
What do you think so far, Vanilla?
Honestly, so far, while I do like the movement and feints with Cat, I do think that he's getting caught out a lot with these. Honestly, what I think it is, it's not having the guard when you're engaging and disengaging. Yes, it's a really good tactic.
I do agree.
It's a really good tactic to get your opponent to jump at you and just shift at you, but if you're not able to take advantage of those movements that they jump at you with, it's not easy to keep from getting punched. Because again, latency, it's based off of what they see where your position is. Even on your screen, you seem to be out of the way, you're not out of the way. But we're already getting into the next match, and we'll see where it goes from here.
Starting off with a body crit.
There you go.
Okay,
nice,
there we go.
Good straight left hand from Cat.
Get your ground.
There we go. Better.
Oh, and a crit from Moonlight.
Nice pull.
Oh, hip tracker. Please.
Oh, good pullback from Cat. Avoiding a few of those shots from Moonlight coming in.
Yeah. Again, changing up the style, changing up the direction. It takes a round of thinking, and then now you gotta figure out what you can do from it. Appreciate the adaptation from both. Taking a more controlled inboxing approach.
Stepping in with that left hand lands a crit for Moonlight.
Great Cat.
Oh. Pause it if you can.
Let me see, let me see.
Check the HP as well. Check HP. Check HP if you can.
Lag spike of doom and despair. Holy.
No, it's back. They're back. They're back. They're back. They're back.
They're back.
One back. Okay. I don't know what just happened again. I don't know what just happened.
Both fighters are crumbled.
Oh,
we
no.
need the HP numbers. We need HP numbers.
Their link cable got cut off.
Hey.
You're in control right now.
Get ready.
As long
Let me gloves.
as long as you keep control.
Okay.
As long as you keep control, you can win this match.
I'm a little.
I knew it.
I'm a little worried on
No!
Their link cable. Their link cable got caught.
They're like, I can come back. Decides to vanish anyway.
I know, right? I thought they were gonna
come back. This
even come back.
Every
gone.
fight, man.
Yeah, it has been every fight, hasn't it?
No,
Yes, it has. It's been every fight.
Every fight except mine. Nobody left.
Every. Oh no! Even no, that's what I'm saying. Like
No,
every
no,
fight, there's
no,
been,
but
like,
yeah, but yours
Someone has to
has
step in for your fight, though.
Yeah, something stupid.
I might get in the ring.
But even then, Harley, like I'm a little worried on Cat's end with this one because because the feints was already kind of scary enough to, like, I don't want to say we're not moving up to that point, but definitely on their returns, their tracking of their hands are going like this.
Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna
They're
mention
going like this,
to you.
and
at
I'm
some
like,
point.
I don't like how that looks.
Exactly. Yeah, same. Oh, let me bring the camera back up to the the booth so that everyone can see what you're doing, what we mean by what you're saying. But essentially, what Yagi was saying, we are noticing and we do see that Cat's arms kind of arch like this, and we do consider those overhands, especially because when your guard is like this, and especially the way that the game works, when you're guarding your face properly like this and you're punching with this sort of overhand movement, the knuckle of the glove does get over to hit the head, even though honestly it shouldn't, and it should collide. And if it was a proper jab from the same location, it wouldn't hit the opponent. And so we are, I think,
Right, it
I
would've
think
been-
we deduct, like, since it's already happened, I think we just deduct the points because that is a offense, and we do have it in the rules.
Come here.
That's what I say.
How many points do we
If that's
deduct from that?
that's progression forward, then let's go ahead and do it. That's fine.
It's
The only
fine.
thing,
I
the only
could've
thing
been-
I
I
only,
could've
the only
been
thing that I
told
got
you.
from the only thing I got from Moonlight from progressing was, and towards the beginning, the two crits that they had gotten, at least to me, it looked like it was just a little bit behind, but it was still a close call as what it is because it's just the
Yeah, I
borderline.
thought
either
at
between
most
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was a little bit behind the ear, just like a
Yeah,
little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
behind the
yeah.
ear, which
So, yeah.
which is legal, which does happen in
Because they
real
came,
boxing. Just
because
behind the ear
camera,
just
they
knocks
came
out
around
the
very
equilibrium a little
clean,
bit.
but
Yeah,
it was
and
wide
it's
though
the shift
at the
as
same
well.
time.
And not
Yeah.
only that, I did see, I think, a couple of body hooks hitting like just at or slightly below the
You
belt
can't be down here
on
Right.
hitting onto Moonlight. So just to let you know, we are doing
I know, I heard.
Okay, yeah, penalty
I heard.
deduction. So we're gonna give the lead that you guys had,
Slow down your movement. dude.
and we're gonna
Then
put it
step out
down to
more.
4 rounds.
Just-
Actually, no,
you're-
we'll keep it at
you're
5 rounds, but we're
over-
gonna stop
during
it at
your
4.
movement.
Once the 4th round is over, it's over. And
Once you do something like that, make sure to punish that movement to make her stay still.
Moonlight.
Just punish it. Punish that.
Moonlight, when the match starts, you're going to get a 12 HP lead, all right? Because originally it was 2, but due to the deductions that we're giving via penalty, we're going to go up to 12, okay? You guys will continue the fight from there. Is that okay? All right, I'm going to switch back the camera
Hold up your other
over.
glove for me so I can see.
Put up on your gloves so they can see.
Slow down a bit. Keep going, but slow down. That's it.
Okay.
Let me change one of my settings real quick. He keeps
here.
disappearing. Hold on.
Oh, comfort and safety. That's the...
Yeah, it's because I don't normally play standalone.
Pause. Or no?
Are we pausing? I've completely.
Nope,
ripped
it's
out my
fine.
link cable
It's
just so I
fine.
can
Just give it
fight.
a sec.
Okay.
Alright, you got it.
I ready to progress?
Alright.
Just don't overdo your movement. Think it out before you go. You're overthrowing
Good
yourself.
advice from the corner. Good advice from the corner. You like to see these like long swivel kind of movements from Moonlight, just doing just enough to get out of the way.
The current score is Yin Yang Boxing has 2 wins and Cutlass has 0 at the time.
There you go, Cap.
Good outer movement, but Cat's catching him though.
So Hui, again, I understand the concern about furry avatars. However, you'd be surprised how much more accurate these are to body types and whatnot.
Good hook from Moonlight. That short shovel hook to the body from Moonlight lands as well.
Plus, we believe in the freedom of expression, and as long as the avatar is legal, we don't have an issue with letting it in.
Exactly. Moonlight catching Cat on the way in. Cat's getting a little better with the lateral move, but still, just the defense isn't entirely there. Still getting caught. Good crit from Moonlight. It was kind of just there, so just left hand, just straight to the, just straight on the button. Some good forward pressure from Moonlight here. Got really willing to sit down and trade, landing a crit here.
Oh, hey.
Oh.
Come here.
Controller's dead. You good?
Controllers.
You good?
Slight technical difficulties, but we're back. 5 seconds left of the first round.
All right, before we
And
progress
time.
forward, please remind me, what does this mean?
Wait, one more time?
Wait, who did that?
Before
Cat,
you
don't tell me
progress,
it's not-
remind me, what does this mean?
Ah, shoot.
I mean,
It's just how I
is
check
that
what's
not
in front of
dusting
me.
off your shoes?
No, I'm just checking what's in front of me.
No, I'm
Oh.
not sure.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure that's like dusting off your shoes, like get off me.
What was this though?
I was holding my leg.
When you
I was
punch,
holding my leg.
I can't keep that because when you.
You can ask Mikey, I do have a leg
I
injury.
gotta double check. That's all. I just gotta double check.
I don't
Chicky, come
taunt,
here.
not in tournaments. Or anything like scrimmages.
Yo, Chiggy, when Moonlight
A
kinda
lie.
punched, his fist looked like this.
I said in scrimmages.
Progress.
I couldn't see.
I was up here when Moonlight was fighting. His fist kind of looked like this. Moonlight, fix your form.
Cat pressing Moonlight against the ropes here, starting to just break at
There
that
you go,
body a
Cat.
little bit.
Keep him on there.
Moonlight's coming back with some counters of his own.
You
A lot
see
of
the
block
side
shots
step
from both
expected.
fighters here. Good crit from
We only
Moonlight.
have about like 30 more minutes.
30 minutes left. You'll probably get there.
Good right
If you
hand.
need to, I'll come in and get it. We'll probably be cooked, but
Moonlight's really gotten a good spot for these counters here. In the middle of these exchanges, being able to pull back and still just land at least 2 more on the way out.
Yeah, I do like, again, the adaptations and shift. Especially, oh my gosh, went
Ooh,
for,
nice.
honestly,
Wow.
that was pretty deserved. I think that was a pretty obvious, I'm going for your
That's
body.
good.
And so they had to accept taking it to the head.
That was a
Moonlight's really gotten that accuracy down now, I'd say.
Yeah. Though right now, as long as they do get a body crit, they are it's slightly ahead with taking a face crit from a body crit. Though,
And right as Cat comes in, just have him
Isn't it match
eat
now?
that right
1-1?
hand.
Body
Nope.
crits and head hits?
body
No?
crits do 1.5, head crits do 1.3.
Another
Oh,
crit
I
from
changed
Moonlight
the
as Cat comes in.
Moon, get more solid hits in.
Oh my
Another
gosh.
crit. goodness gracious! Oh my goodness! Look at this.
And not, oh, the first blood crit of the day.
The first
they
blood
can't
crit of
see.
the day.
Oh, just as I was about to hit the
Gorgeous
timer.
work. Gorgeous work from Moonlight.
Honestly,
Absolute
it was a straight opening.
Absolute
That was not
It
a matter
was.
of a.
Respectfully, can that corner calm down? It's getting very distracting. I'm not gonna lie.
It is what it is. I'm not gonna say people can't talk, man. If you just mute people if you don't like
the
it.
fight game. It's the fight game.
They are right. Yeah, I know you don't use your guard a lot, but
Just all of those hooks landing, it was consistency, just consistency, back to back to back. And then once that side wasn't covered up anymore, it's just one more is all it took for that blood crit to land.
Crits only do one. So.
That right hand is just there all day.
But when I was studying with one of the hitboxing, if you do like 2 normal fires and 1 crit, it's like a 5.5 damage.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say.
And that is the end of round 2. All of that just happened in that one round, and genuinely, how incredible was that? What an amazing display from Moonlight. Just adaptation at its finest.
It is honestly awesome.
And that I fall to the ground. I'm gonna keep going.
Just that right hand is just there, just no matter what.
It's your decision, but
I'm gonna try to trust you on it, but if I start hearing the difference
If you
in
see
your
me hit the
breathing like
ground,
that too much, I gotta
cool.
call it.
If I hit the ground, cool.
Started round 3 here. Cat coming in with a body shot.
Cat's having issue with their leg injury.
Cat a bit more aggressive on the forward movement here.
Prepared to get
But a
lot
of blocked shots here.
Your aggression. Try to close the gap.
Get him on here.
Go you.
Get him on this guy.
Pivot from Moonlight there. Kind of gets him out of the way of the danger.
Yep. A lot more patience coming out. We actually got some.
Oh, good movement here.
Cat, what are you holding?
Rips. I'm fine.
Moonlight landing more. Left hand crit.
Punish that.
Okay, call it. Call it.
Yeah, call it.
I'm not letting that happen.
Pause it.
No,
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, it might be the leg injury.
I gotta
It might
call
be
that
leg
on health
injury.
check.
Okay, fair enough.
They've been complaining about it. I saw that one thing like 10 seconds ago. They felt I'm out.
Okay. And with
So
that,
throwing in the towel.
we will then take that as the end of bout number 3, taking Cutlass champions to their first win of the day. Now bringing the score up to 2-1.
I know.
Your pronouns to get rid of
Even though calling it, I technical forfeit because it's on health check. It was a 31 to 27.
Alright. 31 to 27 HP, and Brad had already gone down once.
Sorry, my hand tracking turned on, but I'll
So-
touch your gloves once again.
I'm trying to count how much HP that would be. Something around 40 to 50, maybe even 60 HP lead or difference, roughly.
I'm thinking 50-ish.
But yeah,
Around like
either way, again, that was another really enjoyable fight to see.
That
Especially
the
shifts
crit
and
chain
changes.
was, I'd say, the biggest highlight was that shit. The crit chain from Moonlight, just right hand, blood crit.
I really appreciate, and again, if you guys have
Alright,
seen
so just
any...
give me.
Go ahead.
So just give me a few minutes so I can go over health checking with them real quick.
You're all good.
Just to be sure they're good.
Appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, I really like and appreciate, honestly, just the way that the fight went and how it was more adaptive. Again, the initial sort of movement that Cat had, usually they probably are able to catch a lot of people with the movement and with the speed off guard, but this time it didn't work not against Moonlight. Moonlight was ready for it.
Moonlight stayed calm.
Yeah,
very calm and cordial.
Didn't jump on any of the
Smooth
counters
as
either.
well.
It was
Didn't bite any of the feints either. It really good. Really good work.
Yeah, it was a really well placed. It's just really well placed movements and really well placed sort of like punches and everything. The patience, it was all very good.
Yeah, I think that was just textbook boxing with punishing openings and whatnot. It was just very textbook. You'll love to see it.
Oh, yeah.
Especially with the step backs, the insteps, the pivots when it was necessary. Gorgeous movement. I love it.
Oh, Tori-san wants to join. Look at that. We have a
word.
We're gonna have a guest show up of Tori-san, who is the creator of the world. Actually, he had just requested on me, and so I'm gonna let him in and fill him in on everything that's going on. He is Japanese for those who don't already know, and so the translation may be a little iffy. I only know a little bit of Japanese myself, though it's awesome to have him come and join us in a second.
That is awesome, actually.
Yeah, that's super awesome. It is really late at night for him, by the way. There he is, right there. Hold on.
Look at that.
Good morning, Tori-san.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning, Tori-san.
All right, everyone to my right, this is Tori-san, the creator of this world. He does a ton of work and everything to make everything's balanced for us. He created the USA mode for us to be able to have the USA League and everything. And I've known him, been working with him for 3+ years at this point in order to have everything that we have today. And just huge thanks to him and everything that he builds here. If you guys want to support him, he has a Patreon that you guys can subscribe to. He has custom gloves that you can buy in the world. There's so many things that you can do to help support him and honestly keeping this game up and running. Again, thanks Tori-san for coming by to visit. Is there anything that you'd like to say about the USA League or to the community
because of you.
while we're here?
Yeah. I love you so much, USA guys. Thank you very much, Praying. Thank you very much, Praying.
Of course.
Of course. Yeah. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, Tori-san.
It's nice meeting you, Tori.
Super duper awesome.
How cool is that?
The first match as well, when you get the world creator right here. Super duper
How awesome is that?
Everyone in the chat went crazy. They're like, Tori! Everyone's screaming.
Respect,
They end
it's
up
expected.
injuring the rib on the right side, but still overwork themselves in regards towards breathing. Where it is right now, just have them go over a quick exercise real quick, just to be able to stress themselves out and be able to breathe right through it.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you. I appreciate the and yes, we do. Of course, we care about if you get injured, if you need to stop the match. That comes first. All in all, it's a video game. If they're gonna stop injuries for real life stuff, of course we're gonna stop them for VR things. All right. So appreciate the patience and again making sure that Cat is a-okay. They're right there. They're standing. They're okay. And so things are awesome from here, and we are going to move on to the next match. Again, we had an awesome guest appearance from Tori-san, and he's probably going to spectate and watch these next two matches to see what's going on with things. Without further ado, though, let's move on to fight number 4. In this round, we're going to the last two. It is now 2-1. That does mean it's still match point for Yin Yang Boxing, but that doesn't mean it's the end because these fights can go either way. Next up, we are going to have Hilly from Cutlass Champions fight against that boy J4 from Yin Yang Boxing. And of course, if there are any changes or shifts, who's going to be the sub?
Butter.
Awesome. So we will have a sub for J4, as you guys have heard recently. And we will then see who it is, and we will continue from there.
Good luck, Butter. Give it your all, dude. Harlo, switch with me.
just based off of body language alone, I know you can only see so much because, you know, half bodies, but based off of body language alone from both fighters and the demeanor, I think we're going to get a really good fight here. Both seem to know what they're doing, and they both seem to know what they're getting into. And I'm loving what I'm seeing already. I think we're in for a spectacle of a fight here.
I think so as well. Just 1 second. I'm applying someone.
Either way, you win or lose, you make me proud, bro. You got this.
Also, Butter, ask for Roboff.
What? He wants to see if you want to request for Roboff. What at?
Oh, robe off? No, I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. You know I fight people with the robe on all the time. The robe doesn't affect me.
Oh, Butter Biter. Biter, that's how you pronounce it, right? Butter Biter is going to be replacing that boy J4 for this fight. And let's shift over the camera so you guys can see it.
Avatar, the robe on it. He was. Sith, you. Again, can the robe come off? Can the robe come off? Sith was wondering if Butter wanted it off or not. It would have been preferred.
There we go. Awesome.
Hey, and then there's Doctor.
Okay.
All right, Yagi.
You got this.
Yagi, you can swap out Doctor now. The fourth one.
I
didn't start it. He did.
Fourth. I left on the second.
Yes, you did.
One more time?
I didn't
think it
know
was-
that.
Why would you do
I
that?
left second or third.
Yeah, that's the second one. We went through a whole third one without you.
Grab it back.
He missed such a good fight too. Ah, so
was.
unfortunate.
Buddy, you got this, bro. Make me proud.
But Docu is now back in the ring as a referee.
Buddy. Alright, I'm good.
Alright, back to corners. 3, 2, 1.
They have it on.
Let's go.
All right, and here we go. Whoa, immediately
Really
coming out
starting off with some
swinging.
fast shots. Really getting those straight hands and the body crit. That shovel hook to the body right there.
Careful, all those uppercuts are coming from.
I think that we had the first fighter out of the entirety of today who's not afraid to go for shovels and those uppercuts.
Yeah. Most people are really hesitant because they're getting in the way of danger, but Hilly's really going for it. He hasn't really been shown any kind of possible punishment for it, so why not go for it?
Careful how low those uppercuts are coming out. No corner.
Body crit.
That was very low. Yeah, that was very low.
They're seeming a little bit flustered, maybe. Yeah, it's like a pendulum here. Yeah.
But if anything, it's kind of like as if they understand it. With how consistent their lows are being delivered right now, it's like the moment that they move their hands is like leaving the opening that they don't want.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The consistency definitely seems to be coming out of Hilly though, a lot more though. Ooh, that was a charged up. That was a charged up uppercut. It came from downtown.
Goodness.
The counter crit to the head though, and now they're hitting back.
Butter. Butter's
Oh,
trying to
straight
figure
right
out
in
some type
from
of
Butter.
method. Looks like slowly he's been getting worked with time, so he can try to be able to figure out an opening.
I'm actually kind of liking what I'm seeing from Butter because he started off really slow. Unfortunately, that did chip off a lot of health for him, but as of now, he's turning up the heat, starting to pick up more on those openings that Hilly's leaving.
The only thing So that unfortunately has been too far of a lead already straight from the beginning. They're gonna have to make a hell of a comeback in regards towards aggression to be brought forward.
Yeah, maybe if those hands had been just a little bit higher, they could have blocked those straight shots in the beginning.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3.
Some side movement from Butter. It's good.
Honestly, a good. I think this is going to be more of an endurance bout at this point with the way that they're taking it.
Like a war of attrition at this point.
Yeah, trying to get consistency in punches rather than to straight up knock out their opponent. Which honestly, again, a very fair way of fighting. It's a really safe way of fighting, and it's definitely doing good. If that gets
That's especially how a lot of amateur boxers fight. We fight based off of points. We try to score as much as possible. Not really trying to hurt, but just getting openings so we can get the most points as possible.
Please, you're doing so good already.
Beginning of round 2. Oh.
Face your opponent, please.
Tracking issues.
No, he recentered himself.
Whoa, that was a shovel hook uppercut. Not shovel hook. Shovel hook, not a shovel uppercut. What's wrong with you? I'm over here mixing up my terms. That was a really good one coming out of Hilly over here.
It was just straight through that guard, just right through that opening.
So we're analyzing this more closely. Is that both fighters actually have themselves a interesting repetition of their motion that they have. As you can see that Hilly has a repetitive, ideal, consistent right shovel / uppercut, as well as in between the two.
Hilly kind of spamming this combo, that jab cross.
We have Butter, who has been forced to ideally change repetitively.
Yeah, though again, if it's working out for Hilly, I don't see why Hilly would ever stop. Exactly, like if they're winning,
if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
No, it's working.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it seems like Hilly's found their thing. And we got a comeback from Butter a little bit.
You are forcing your opponent to change that dramatically in such a short amount of time that you are pretty much in control of the ring.
Chessboard, Butter, chessboard. Come on. Chessboard, Butter. You got opening. Come on.
Hilly hitting arm stretches mid-fight.
I gotta ban Tex Lavender from the dang stream. Goodness gracious.
Was professionalism really being brought at this point?
Yeah, they're bringing up too many things into the stream chat.
Oh boy.
Pretty even exchanges here from both fighters.
Okay, the ideal confidence is starting to show on Hilly. They went from an ideal basic contingency plan to now they've been dropping the guard much more consistently.
Yeah.
They even had a moment to themselves to stretch, even though I don't really see that much of a stretch. Time, personally.
Oh,
well, it's just like the leftover rights. Oh, a little bit something to pay.
That was
Nice,
actually,
good.
I think that was the first good like solar plexus cross that I've seen.
Yeah.
In like a
It
while.
was
Because,
just right there into
I mean,
it.
it doesn't happen because people are like usually blocking the center right there, but
Yeah.
that one was a free open straight up. So, what's up?
And Stumik. It was Stumik.
Oh, was it a
No,
stomach?
that was a
it looked
stomach.
like it was solar plexus cross.
I thought that was, yeah.
He went down with it.
Gotcha.
Are you in a small space today?
Oh, but you still love to see that, keeping yourself off the center line and then just taking that empty space there.
You got this.
Beginning of round 3.
Wasn't an overhand.
But no, that had to be an overhand.
Mikey, it was a slip jab. He went in like this. He went in like that. Sorry, controller drift.
Yeah, Hilly really just like 3 exchanges in a row. It's just all going to Hilly here.
We are at 1 down out of 1 0. Oh, sorry. I take it back. It's 2 to 0. Dang, I spoke too soon.
2-0.
I was answering chat questions. I was answering chat questions.
I wonder if I could get a 3-0.
Commentator's
Go.
curse.
2 minutes left.
Double B.
Keep it up. You got this.
2 minutes left.
Hilly really able to just
Come to you, butter.
take any available spot at this point with little to no punishment.
Butter, you're waiting for him to hit you before he even throws his punch. You should already be countering.
Good crit. That's good, but you gotta always give him something more to think about.
Yeah.
You can't just, just take a ton of damage and one good shot and let it be.
Minute left here.
Goodness.
Yeah, Hilly not really.
Nah, but they don't
even their chin up in the air.
The consistency, dude. It was just
consistent,
Good fight.
Goodness gracious.
Good job, Hilly.
Man.
All right, and that was 180 to 188. Go ahead.
But that makes it
180
back
to 88.
2-2 now, yeah?
So that's
it actually brings it up to the final match. It's 2-2 right now. This is like this is pretty intense actually.
Wow. What a comeback.
That was a really nice comeback.
And in dominant fashion as well.
Yeah.
Just really wasn't much else.
Honestly, I just love that this was a good taste of what honestly these are unofficial teams and an understanding of the basics and what is necessary in fights, right? What Hilly did is literally the base down for what is not only like what's necessary, what's required, but what's good. Getting the point game, playing the point game, playing what feels good. Have a pendulum. If you've got your opponent in the timings, in the rotations that you want, then that is what it is, and keep them there. If you're keeping it forward,
there's nothing else that you really need to change at that point. You've already got them where you want them. All you got to do is just exploit. Just do your thing.
The thing about that, bringing it forward, is like this still plays into the ideal of like how well is one player actually able to adapt, and how well can they actually function.
Still one more fight, right?
Who they're going against.
Yeah,
it's 2-2.
Gotcha.
Yep, and again, as you heard Yagi say, the score is now 2-2. For those who predictions earlier were like 4-1, 3-1 to Yin Yang or something, I don't know. But now we've gotten to it where it's even match point, and it's gonna come down to the team leader, actually, who's going to be fighting up next. Sir Anti-Wolf himself is going to be fighting this time for the Cutlass champions in order to, I hope, take this fight to take this fight for the win for their team.
Will be here in a moment. Anti-Wolf's joining.
All right, Anti-Wolf will be here in a moment. But anyway, let's get this last card up for you guys to see. We would have Sir Anti-Wolf in here fighting against Harlo Jack of Yin and Yang. He's prepped and ready. He's got the pink hair, pink gloves. He looks awesome, honestly. And I cannot wait to see.
He looks like he's in the zone.
So look, are you going with the original plan? Or... God, remember, our winner right now is depending on you.
Tekashi, get up there.
You got this.
It takes me back to one of the older matches there.
I have an idea. Hold on, before they start, I gotta see something.
It's 2-2 right now.
Before they start, hold on, I got a question.
Yes.
What is your confidence? What is your confidence in?
I'm not gonna lie.
Harlo Jack.
In Harlo, I'm giving him a 7, maybe 7.5.
I got confidence that he's got this.
Awesome.
Especially for how he said he's going to be fighting. I have a lot of confidence that I can not only help him with some tips during interval time, but I got confidence that he can win this for us.
Right.
I put my faith into him to win this.
Harlo, how do you feel about this upcoming? It is 2-2. This is the winning match for your team.
I feel kind of nervous, but I think I can keep the pace, and this will be a good fight.
Good confidence. Good confidence.
I'm going to. For them to get in the hang of it.
And for you guys, team leader yourself, Sir Anti-Wolf, you've brought your team up to this point, and you chose yourself for the last fighter on purpose, whether or not you needed to win. Did you do that? Did you do that intentionally?
Well, whenever I fight, I like to let all my. I'm not gonna say not good. They are actually very, very good. I love all of them. They've been with me ever since I've had Black Soccer. Some of you guys don't know what that is. You two do.
Everybody's got their weakness.
Mikey, did you
And
accept it?
no, honestly, yes, I did. I definitely put my good fighters in the back. Yeah.
Alrighty then. But yeah, now he's got to take his fighters to victory, being the last round for them today. This is going to be fun. I can't wait to watch this one.
You know I can't afford to lose, right?
Top on.
Put some clothes on, young man.
Sir, we can't afford either, man.
Switch your clothes. Change your clothes.
Oh, my bad.
I'm not. It's not. It isn't a show. The stream isn't on them yet.
Doku, it says safety off.
Yeah, I know. He's gonna turn it on. He said he's gonna turn it on.
But yeah, I have actually fought Sir Anti-Wolf myself quite a few times. I'm looking forward to see what other changes or adaptation.
I thought the skirt wasn't allowed. Oh.
Is it not on?
Hey, Anti-Wolf.
You got a gentle body check.
Turn that back off for me. There we go.
What's up?
Huh?
Harlo,
Yeah, because Doc was telling me the other day, ain't no skirts. I'm like, bro, what?
Never mind then.
I can
It does.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
You need to make.
I know.
You need to. I might help you. Make a version in Blender where you can wear the shorts and the skirt at the same time.
please, Harlo, you got this.
Okay.
We got a lot. Hey, Harlo, we got a lot running on the line right now.
All right.
So give me a good fight.
Anyhow, without further ado.
Hey, Mikey.
Anti-Wolf asking for a good fight here. Hollow Jack starting off with flames here.
I was explaining to Nexus earlier that even with my own personal experiences of fighting Anti-Wolf in particular, their interesting consistency game is actually quite on point, especially with the ideal of trying to find openings. That's their ideal little specialty in between the fray. But the one thing about them is that as much pressure as they give out for their own aggression, the ideal interesting key has always been, can you actually provide a counter pressure? Can you do that? Because if you can actually have the ability to do so, then you'll be able to keep them in check throughout their aggression and their flurry of blows.
Yeah. That's always a good question to have, and that's always a good thing to have an answer to that question. And we'll see if the answer.
Because it's one thing that I know for certainty out of them as a fighter, personal. One of the interesting things that they even taught me wholeheartedly was counter aggression exists, and the way and being able to do that is how quick and how efficient is your counter game, and knowing exactly where you need to hit and having that at your precision.
This is honestly, like, I've been watching the engagements and the changes each game. Both fighters are making really consistent changes to the head and body.
Yeah, they're very even in terms of like being able to switch targets and whatnot.
Yeah, I think
it's a really good display of boxing.
Yeah, I'm actually I'm interested to see who's gonna come out on top of this one, because right now the score would possibly seem pretty close, though consistency seems to be in favor of one. The other one just like snaps back with equal consistency. It's kind of crazy.
The only difference ideal is that I'm looking closely at the exchange of punches and how the delivery is that we're already seeing the Anti-Wolf is landing more consistent normal hits than Hollow Jack.
That was a bit low.
I do see that sometimes. Ooh,
So,
the
like,
good
for
hook guard.
For example, the two scrapes to the block.
I'm gonna note a first strike on the body shot. That was very low.
Got it.
Blue corner.
Copy.
What's up?
30 seconds left. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Split.
Ooh, a couple more exchanges. I think that Harlo actually got the last normal punch out of that. And then no more scrapes going back and forth. That was good. That was good so far.
Daku, who's the offense on?
I'm teaching you something. I'm teaching you something midway through the ring. Do you know what a smash is?
Alright.
Look, so the way that his listen, it's an actual thing. Wait, the way that his guard is, what you can do, it's a mix. It's like an outward uppercut. I get that. Look, when he goes in, he drops his guard outwards a little bit.
It's one
if you
strike
can run it in like this,
with the point deduction.
hit him like that.
After that, if it happens 3 times,
hit him
disqualification.
directly in his
3 times
right in his
disqualification.
nose.
Yeah,
Because
it's
every
like,
time he
again,
runs
we're
in,
doing
he
zero
drops his guard
tolerance
back
of
to his
any
side.
illegal stuff this time.
Gotcha. Just a heads up. Please straighten out your punches. You're both punching pretty quick, which is perfectly fine, but please straighten them out at the end. Because sometimes they come out like this, sometimes they come out like this. Watch your hooks, etc. Right?
I can't breathe. Try to slow it down a bit, man.
My dad wants me to wash in the air fryer.
We're losing our commentator to an air fryer. No.
Great.
Listen,
Alright,
I'm reasonable, and I make sure my air fryer is clean.
Alright. They say it might take like 10 to
I'm telling you, toaster strudels are the best in those things, man.
And of course, we're getting off topic.
Alright, yeah, have fun. I'll be back when I can.
Alright. Going into the next round. A lot more outboxing coming out of place this time.
Dante, where's the body snatching at?
Ooh.
Ooh, the blocks. He's getting those blocks for the body hooks. Like, I mean, the head hooks. I do appreciate that he's keeping his guard up for that position each time.
Out of this league, you can actually foresee the ideal that there is a somewhat repetition that's coming from Anti-Wolf that they're starting to get the blocks on for.
Yeah, no, actually, it's coming from Harlo. Anti-Wolf is the one blocking the right hooks of the head. It's like it's a solid block and you'll see it. Like Harlo Jack throws a I think a 4. Yeah, they throw a 4 hook and hits right on the left side, but it hits the hard block.
Oh.
Whoa!
Yeah, leg drop.
Just the inky bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just making sure.
Was I the one lagging?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was you, Harlo.
Yeah, you had a leg drop.
Put your guards up.
Just a little teensy bit. It's okay.
Yeah, I'm just splitting them because like a skull could happen there, and that could be dead.
Yeah, nah, I get it. I was just throwing a joke out real quick.
See, I told you, man. The blocks. They're it's a solid guard. Yeah.
I see it.
Oscar,
I love what they're doing. I love what they're doing with it because now I'm seeing further into the block that you're mentioning. It's like they end up doing the same thing that I do. It's like there's one particular punch that their opponent has that's the most powerful one. I'm willing to take these smaller hits before that one and prioritize the bigger hits to reduce damage.
And earlier, I know I told you guys over in chat that the public Rexes were banned. This Rex that Sir Anti-Wolf is using right now is one that I created myself that uses, again, the proper body shape and proper arm length in order to give accurate and fair fighting advantages. Again, just so that we're not worried about any
stay up there,
hitbox changes.
Get some solid hits in there.
Whoa.
It lets go once they let go of the joystick. That's why.
Couple more hits come
Pressure,
out.
Manny, shut it by time.
10 seconds left.
And the consistency is right back at home. You can see
Oh, but he's still down. It's that close. It's that close. Okay, okay. That is, I think, maybe a 10 HP at most difference is 10. But I gotta keep in mind that Anti-Wolf still has the penalty. And so it's actually getting down.
I'm aware of that. That's so true.
Hey, keep this consistency up, and you'll be able to win this.
It's like you can see the different consistency game that's coming straight from Anti-Wolf, but Harlo making the returns of keeping the pressure and keeping the aggression up with their counter and their offense game is actually proving worth. Okay.
If he can crack,
it was nice. It did super freaking nice. Super freaking nice.
Trying to give you a thumbs up, Mikey. I'm struggling.
Ooh, initial guard, but they're just trading back and forth, man. It's like we're back to the first round. Okay, I'm counting. Whoa, lag.
Oh, lag drop.
He's good.
Okay.
Put your guards up. Continue.
This is the point where we have to stop a little bit for the lag drop because like that extra damage matters at this point, dude.
Okay, with the sidestep defense on the return, I see it. Wait a minute.
Hold on, Harlo with good jab cross consistency. Actually, it's not even the hooks coming out anymore; it's the crosses. Okay, Harlo's been making some pretty good engagement changes to come positive or even out of these.
Oh yeah, and also, where can we watch?
Ooh, body shots coming out. Okay.
Like you see Harlo Jack is just trying to make a little bit of a comeback.
Yeah, I see it.
Wonderful.
It's the consistency, man.
You can see it's starting to make a comeback. He's starting to somewhat see a method in the madness between the Florian blows.
Like those hooks were missing, and now he's like got the timing for it because he knows when Anti's not gonna hold the guard at that spot. See, like those right hooks are not coming through. I think he just needs the force, and those might be some really, really hard crits.
Oh, okay.
Commentator's curse. Yeah, now he's blocking it.
It's just you this is happening with.
I know, right? You talk so much about all the other techniques, and now when I start saying stuff, that's when it changes. Oh,
man,
but still
provided.
The
only thing I'm a little worried about is like sometimes in between when I see them do a little tilt, it's like they come on out like this just a little bit. That's coming from Fantai.
Yeah.
That's the only new thing I'm seeing right now. But other than that, it's just like it's still mostly a fair game. That's it.
It's very fair. Oh, but a crit!
Oh,
a crit comes out, but it doesn't stop Anti. Anti is still on the offensive. He doesn't care. He can't move with his joystick.
No, I recognize this. Wait a minute. No, I like how they put themselves in the pit of the. I like how they put themselves in the pit of the.
Oh, so
the border of the ring.
Bother them that much.
So yeah, we wouldn't bother them so much, and it's technically like a trap because if you can get them to rotate just right, you will switch positions way faster than they would actually see.
Oh my gosh, the consistency!
He almost baited him.
Come on, Harlo.
Okay.
And here we are about to go into round 4, 2-1, making it a closer game. Anti-Wolf has the edge right now.
Don't let him get it.
Push a little more, please. Push a little bit longer.
Push a little more.
Keep it up. Keep it up, Wolf.
It's all right, Harlo.
You got this.
All right.
You still got this.
As you can see from here, from both teams,
What'd
the
you say?
hopes are high in regards to for each side.
All right. Oh no!
He got it down with the 3!
Wow! Okay.
1.5
1.5 HP.
5.6. Yeah, 1.5.
That's crazy. They could. Okay, okay. Don't get out the ring yet. Don't get out the ring yet.
Do not get out the ring.
Don't get out the ring yet. All right. So, to keep this straightforward and so that you guys understand, Sir Anti-Wolf has 170 points because we deducted 10 points for the offense that they made with the low blow. Because again, we're very critical about that. However, even as such, as you can see, the score brings up above around 22.5 HP. Sorry, 21.5 HP difference in Sir Anti-Wolf. Shut up. In Sir Anti-Wolf's favor, and with that, they effectively had an 11 point advantage, making Sir Anti-Wolf the winner and making it the 3-2 winning, letting Cutlass champions make their way past the first round of the USA Summer League. Now, keep in mind, this does not mean that you guys are knocked out. It doesn't mean that you guys are gone. This is not a normal style tournament. And I will take this time to actually explain the format of the tournament for the USA Summer League to the members. This is a Swiss style tournament. That means that winners of this round will now face winners of next round, and losers of this round will face other losers of this round. So, according to your score, because you are 2 points and they are 3, you'll be facing someone else who is at or close to 2 points. All right? And so, you guys are still in the match, and you still have plenty of fights. There's going to be 4 different rounds of this. You have plenty of fights to make it to the top 4, and all teams who make it up to that top 4 will then be allowed to move on to the finals, which we'll be hosting in August. All right? And of course, as such, I've already requested and will be going forward with the winner of the whole ordeal is going to get a really special prize from the USA League and Tori-san themselves. But you guys, viewers, are going to have to wait to see what that is once it comes to fruit later on in the league. I personally, whoops, let me grab this camera and bring it back over. I'd like to thank all of you guys for coming to watch this first section. We're going to have the next bout coming up soon. I'm going to turn off stream for about an hour, and then we're going to start the next one for today, which will be Black Panthers versus the Yin Yang. No, not Yin Yang. It was Black Panthers versus Angelic Birds. That's what it is. So Black Panthers versus Angelic Birds is coming up next in about an hour or so. You guys can take a break, get your food, relax for a little bit, and we'll come back to stream. It'll be up and open, and we're going to start with the Black Panthers going versus the Angelic Birds. And as such, thank you guys for watching. Again, support the world. There's a Patreon. You can buy your own gloves with the VR chat currency that you have. And you guys are supporting by just watching right now, leaving a like and subscribing, making sure you can come back for these fights, and we can continue doing these awesome bouts so you guys can see the most dedicated and some of the better legal fighters of VRC boxing. Any last remarks you have, Yagi?
I actually do not. I most definitely am hungry, and I would like to actually stick around longer. But I'll have that as a
All right. All right. And I will move on to the end of the stream up until the next one. Oh, someone to grab that. I'll be answering questions for a little bit longer. If you have any other questions, you can find me on the actual VRC Boxing server, and I'll see you guys later.